Christopher Wells here, buildingblocks.tv. Time for another tip, another trend. The tip today will be something very easy, something very simple that sometimes people may forget. It might seem trivial, but it can have a huge impact with your guests. Invite them to come back. When they leave, by the time they've paid the bill, from the time they pay the bill to the time they walk out the door, you need to re-invite every guest to come back and see you specifically. Thank you very much. See you soon. Thank you very much. When will we see you again? And if you make it even that much more personal to the experience they just had with you, that makes that even more powerful. And people want to, hold on to their words, and they want to, if they commit to the fact that they will come back and they've built that relationship with you, a lot of times, in their subconscious, it'll actually trigger something at one point where before they go somewhere else, they're going to come back and see you in your restaurant. And that's part of building a relationship. People feel special when you remember what they drink or remember their name. They feel special when you re-invite them, to come back and see them. Now, if you're good at building relationships and it's something that's easy, or your staff are, there's always a few people that are more comfortable with doing that with guests than others. But I'll give you 3 ways that you can bring that into the conversation. Okay, so 3 little tricks on how you can re-invite them and personalize it and make it specific to them. So 3 ways to do that. Way number 1, tie it to an event. Okay, something that happens in town. Well, you know what, this is coming up in a month or in 2 months. Why don't you guys come and eat here before? That'd be great to see you. If you're in town for that, stop by. We'd love to chat with you, and maybe, if you want to reserve a table for them, give us a call. We'll be ready for you. So you have an event that's happening close to your restaurant. Second thing is an anniversary or a birthday. So as you're talking, they're there for somebody's birthday, or you're chatting it up. Oh, you guys have been married for 15 years? Really? How about, when's your anniversary? Oh, that's in December. Hope we see you that night. We could do something special for you, or kind of invite them and plant that seed in their head that they could come and enjoy that evening in your restaurant. They may or may not, but if you do that with 100 people in a week, and there's 10 or 20 people that, because you've said that, actually come back to you, then your turnover is getting higher and higher. And that ties into every spending. We've talked in videos before about every advertising dollar you spent, or every dollar you spent to get a guest in your house. The more times they come, the more that marketing dollar is justified. And the third thing that you can do, you can tie it with an item from your restaurant. What does that mean? That means that the lady tried a certain cocktail that you have, and you suggested another one, and she said, oh, I'd really like to try that one next time. A wine, food. Oh, I tried your duck, but I really wanted to try the beef. Now, by the time they're done, well, when we get sending you back, you have to come and try this beef, you have to come and try this wine, you have to come, or have a new product coming in. If you tie it to something that's in your restaurant, that you're triggering already what they're going to order next time they come. And that can, definitely, when they start thinking of where to go eat next time, well, if they have one of these 3 things as a trigger to help them think of you, the more triggers and the more chances and the better the experience you can give them, well, that's one way you can do it. Tie it to an event in town that even if you just mention the event, they read it about it in the paper, it's going to remind them of you, right? Any of these things. You mention a plate that you have, and then they read about that, and they think of going and eating it at your place. And when they start making plans for their kid's birthday or anniversary or family function, then they think of you. So these are 3 easy ways that you can invite people to come back in your restaurants, and there's plenty of others, but this is really easy to tie it in, and that plants a seed in their mind so they think of you next time. Our trend right now that I want to talk about today, social media. So something that's becoming huge right now. I was reading some stats yesterday about the internet took 15 years to get to a level that mobile internet and everything that's on the smartphones and all that has taken about 3 years. And the internet was already pretty quick to have gotten to a high percentage of users, but mobile services and all that. So there's a lot there, and social media just on the regular internet, but mobile also. It's becoming obviously huge in just relationships amongst people, but relationships with businesses, right? So you want it kind of look forward. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do that because there's plenty of good information on the web. One thing you could check is FOHBOH, FOHBOH.com. They do a great thing. It's an online community, but a big part of it is social media. They're actually doing a great conference in the fall in California. You can look into that if that's something that would be of interest. People walking on the street can get a text message as they walk by your restaurant where you offer them a free cocktail just to entice them to come in. And you know, there's a bunch of stuff you can do with the Facebooks and the likes and the promotions, and you can do like timely promotions where, you know, in the next hour you're trying to book tables, you get cancellations, you can offer some kind of a discount on Facebook, on Twitter, it's a world out there, but it's definitely a world you can't ignore. Years ago, people used to all, you know, every year it had to be in the yellow pages or you wouldn't be able to compete properly, usually in some markets where everybody was in the yellow pages just because everybody was there. So you didn't want people to miss you if they started looking for delivery, let's say, or whatever. But I think that right now, people that are not looking at social media as one branch, right? There's the whole thing about, I find that sometimes people go on one thing and now social media is the only thing that matters right now. That's not what I'm saying. I think that there's still a recipe. Your restaurant is a cake, you know, with ingredients, and you know, it needs a balance. And you need to find in there to make that cake rise and taste good and be profitable. Social media is just a part of that, and that's becoming something that you can't ignore in general, right? It needs to be addressed and you need to find a way. There's a lot of resources on the web. If you want, you can call us. I'll gladly try to help you with that, even though we work more with management systems, but that's definitely one part that you need to focus on and that needs to be a part of your marketing. And the cool thing is most of it is free. There's, you know, you can spend money on certain things, but most likely it's something that you can invest in and spend a bit of time in that's going to get you, you know, noticed in your area. Tip, invite them to come back. 3 ways to do it. Social media, look into that. You need to jump on it right now, whether it's just a Twitter or a Facebook, but you need to start having some kind of a presence. Because other people are doing it, are talking about seeds before in people's minds when they start thinking of places to go eat. You need to do that with social media, definitely, because other people are online. They're seeing it on Facebook every hour of every day and on Twitter and all that. So you need to be there also, at least, right? Thank you very much. Have a great day. If you have any questions, don't be shy. Leave comments and thoughts on this little discussion, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.